Get
Uh,
it.
show 'em,
Uh,
girl.
uh.
Good morning.
Happy
Good morning.
Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday.
Did you guys watch? Who watched?
I listened. I listened
You
to the whole
listened.
thing. I listened. It was audio. I was in the car. Didn't want to. Made my daughter listen. I feel like it was child abuse.
That was abusive. I feel
was
like we
abusive.
all deserve. Anybody who listened or watched to that entire thing deserves something, like some
check.
sort of reward.
A check. I want
A check would
stimulus
be
check.
good.
I don't know if it should be called stimulus, but I want my money back. I want all my money back. I want a refund from the time I spent listening to that crap. I want some sort of a check. Yeah.
That was something. We've got lots of little clips to get to for those of you who did the right thing and actually spent normal time of your life doing normal life things, because that was a huge 2-hour and 15-minute waste of time. But first, let me read you this email that we got from Trina Ekstrom, who wrote us a few weeks ago, I think, and we said she had just ordered Genucel and she was super excited about getting it. And so we were even saying, I can't wait to hear how she likes it. So she wrote back and she said, this is like early December. She said, OMG, I feel famous. It was so awesome. It was so awesome to hear you read my mail today and watch y'all laugh. I wish you knew how much I felt like I was sitting around with old friends while watching it. Update on the Genucel results. I don't know how much more bitchin' I could look. She says, you weren't kidding. This stuff is the absolute bomb. Want to know how I know? My sweet, unobservant husband of 28 years says, yeah, it seems to be working, I guess. But he tells me every day how beautiful I am, and I've gotten more action in the last month than the previous year. If that's not a testimonial, I don't know what is.
Look at that.
Daisy, I love you, but Nickelback's first album is underrated. And don't forget Creed. Mock, you're welcome. I got your back.
Can you take me higher?
Love you, chicks. It made me feel exceptionally special to see you giggle over my words. Thanks to you, my jawline isn't so saggy now. Keep on keeping on, Trina Ekstrom. She is, of course, talking about Genucel and most likely the most popular package, which is what is 60% off right now. And when you order that, you guys, you get included the Revitalizing Night Repair Cream for free. That's included in the most popular package order, which is 60% off. And so I learned today, because Genucel sent us more information about what makes their amazing products so amazing. And it's something called calendula.
Calendula. It's a natural thing, but here's the thing. It's way better putting that stuff on your skin than doing what Nancy Pelosi does and then looking like a complete freak where your eyebrows start going up to your forehead and then your face is all. Because this stuff is way better, you guys. It makes a difference. It really does.
It really does. And you can get some. Just go to lovegenucel, GENUCEL.com/chicks and save your 60%. Okay, let's get to it. So yesterday, I will say, he started right on time, which is super weird for Biden. That's not normal.
Okay, so that's like the one thing we're gonna give him, that one thing. We're gonna say that's because we always have to start with a positive. And then we're going to tear right into it. We're just going to tear right in. Choink. There it goes. All right. So there's our positive. Our positive. Old man started on time. That's good. That's good.
So good I think I will start with the two clips that are on Twitter, because those are harder to share. And it's a little bit of a pain to kind of share them and get them ready. So the first one, because there were a couple of different times throughout his 2-hour marathon presser where he talked about how much he's gotten accomplished, which was pretty delusional.
And also, it's news to me. Is it news to you? Because I didn't know that.
Wow. So here's one example of that.
More follow-up. Around this time last year when you were campaigning in Georgia, I think one of the things you told people was the power is literally in your hands. You know, if voters give Democrats the House and the Senate and the presidency, that all these big things can get accomplished. And we've seen stalemate, we've seen things being stymied. Why should folks believe you this time around?
Can you think of any other president's done as much in 1 year? I'm serious. You guys talk about how nothing's happened.
He really believes this, you guys. Now
he's actually, yeah.
If you're looking at like how much bad shit you can accomplish in 1 year, he wins hands down.
He does.
But I don't think that's what he means.
Where's my prize? He is serious. He's absolutely serious.
Oh my God.
That's what's so terrifying. He's serious. Also, can we just point out that everybody who asked a question, it was all prepared in advance. He called on everybody, just in case you weren't listening yesterday or you weren't watching. Everybody he called by name, and he was like, so and so from ABC, so and so from the AP, or whatever. He knew exactly who was going to be asking a question, and he knew what the question was going to be in advance.
Well, for the first hour or so, and then he just went willy nilly,
and then he went, and then the willy nilly was like, oh my God, it was so willy nilly. It was like willy nilly. It was so bad. So it was like just. Right.
Here's a perfect example, and this was probably the question of the night, and it came from a pocket person. It came from James Rosen of Newsmax, who is such a pocket person, and he's so polite, but he asked the question that everybody has wanted asked, and he did it in
look at his face. Look at his face right there.
He did it in a way that was so gentle and so precious, and the answer is just... Well, you'll hear it.
Yes.
Thank you very much for this honor. James Rosen with Newsmax. I'd like to raise a delicate subject, but with utmost respect for your life accomplishments and the high office you hold.
Oh.
A poll released this morning by Politico Morning Consult found 49% of registered voters disagreeing with the statement, Joe Biden is mentally fit.
Wow.
Not even a majority of Democrats who responded strongly affirmed that statement.
Well, I'll let you all make the judgment whether they're correct.
Well,
Thank
so
you.
the question I have for you, sir, if you'd let me finish, is why do you suppose such large segments of the American electorate have come to harbor such profound concerns about your cognitive fitness? Thank you.
I have no idea.
Your dog-faced pony soldier or whatever it is that he called it. Seriously, like that's it. That's all he says.
That's it. I have no idea.
It. Yeah, I have no idea. He did. Yeah, he did ask that in such a lovely way, didn't he?
Really? I mean, didn't he?
He did. He did. He asked. It was so dear the way he asked that. The way he asked, like, why are you? Why? How can you explain why you are riddled with dementia, and why do people think you're riddled with dementia? You crazy old coot. You know.
That's how we would have asked it.
We would have asked it like that, but he asked it in such a dear and sweet way, and it was so lovely the way he did that. So bravo, Newsmax. I mean, right? I can't believe Newsmax they have us on. You know, it blows me away.
Okay, so there was that. Now I don't remember. I have so many clips, and I don't remember what they all are. So we're just going to play them. I know there's one about the one where he yells over words that he actually said. He screams at a reporter for misinterpreting words that actually came out of his face. We have him. There were two different moments where one time he was saying, well, the polls, like there was an outlier. There was the one that said I'm only at 33%, but then there's another poll that says 44%. And then there's other polls that say this. So that was in one part. And then there was a whole other part where he was like, I don't believe polls. So, okay. So we'll just start playing them and we'll just see what we have here.
You know, you campaigned and you ran on a return to civility. And I know that you dispute the characterization that you called folks who would oppose those voting bills as being Bull Connor or George Wallace, but you said that they would be sort of in the same camp.
No, I didn't say that. Look what I said. Go back and read what I said and tell me if you think I called anyone who voted on the side of
you did.
the position taken by Bull Connor, that they were Bull Connor.
Yeah,
You
that's
did.
what you said.
You did. You actually
That
said
is an
that.
interesting reading of English. I assume you got into journalism because you like to write.
So did you expect that would work with Senators Manchin or Sinema?
No, here's the thing. There's certain things that are so consequential. You have to speak from your heart as well as your head.
Okay, which is what he did. We all
Right.
heard it. You
We
can't unsee it.
Right. Which we can play. And he should have said, "Can we play that video back for him? Can we?
Right?
Can we just play it back for Grandpa here? Because he forgets what he said." We're gonna go back to the Newsmax guys asking about his dementia, because this is why people think that you're completely crazy, old man. Yeah.
Oh
you can't
my
remember
God.
you can't remember what you said. And then listen, on the voting rights thing, he was talking a lot about, well, they kind of went into the conversation about the voting rights thing, and he talked about how the vote is suppressed. But then he also said yesterday that it was the biggest turnout in the last election. Did you catch that? Did you catch
Mhm.
that?
Oh yeah.
So how's that for like you're kind of like speaking out of 18 sides of your mouth there, buddy. Yeah,
This
because
is what he does.
you can't have it both ways. But I mean, if you're a thinking human being, you heard that come out of his face, and you're like, wait, but I just heard you say that it was the biggest turnout. So how can it be both? How?
Mhm. Well,
I
and you
don't
also heard
understand.
him say a couple different times, he was asked in a couple of different ways, if your voter bullcrap doesn't get passed, which it won't, thank God for Manchin and Sinema holding their ground. So if it doesn't get passed, then will the 2022 election results be legitimate? And he basically said no, unless my reforms are passed. So they always bitch about how Trump denies the results of the election. Well, here are Democrats already pre-denying the results of the election. So what
Right.
the hell?
I know. This is the thing. I mean, there were a couple times like that yesterday where I'm like, he's doing the things. He's doing the thing. He's doing all the things. And then and you can tell he was coached in how to talk. Like, obviously, it's kind of like what you said yesterday, the preamble, and there must have been some sort of a, hey, you need to get out there. The people need you to be out there so they can see you. That was the purpose of yesterday, right? Is because we need more Joe Biden. We need more of him to be there with us in person so we can see him. And it's like, no, it didn't quite work, obviously, because he absolutely creeps me out. I don't know about you, but I just don't, it makes me very uncomfortable seeing him on a stage talking at all. And it was a complete disaster yesterday. But the way that he speaks, you can tell that obviously there were a couple of times where he screamed yesterday, and you tell that they didn't want him to do that. So the way that he presented himself, just his body language, everything, you can tell he was coached on how to do the things yesterday, like remain calm, the way that you say things, the way that you hold yourself on the podium. Everything that he did yesterday was so incredibly staged, and I hate it. I can't stand the guy because of that. He's such a puppet. Yeah. And that's the thing, that's the reason that, listen, I'm not saying I want Trump to run or not run, but that's why he was so successful, is because he was so real. People are so sick of this garbage. They're so sick of this political puppet garbage. They hate it. And that is why he was so successful, is because he just was himself. And you could just tell yesterday when Biden was standing up there that he's just a puppet. It is so gross to watch.
And we've complained so many times, and the press has complained so many times about the lack of transparency and the lack of availability. But after yesterday, I'm now understanding how nice it is to not have that much Biden. You know what I mean?
I don't want him.
Way too much.
Yeah, put him back in the basement. Put him back in the basement. We don't want him. Yeah.
You guys, we got another precious little letter from Lily. And she always draws I hate the light. She drew like a flag. You see it?
Oh my God.
She drew a flag.
So cute.
Precious. And she remember how we got those like screechy little critters that, like the mean bunny with fangs and the cow with fangs, right?
Yes.
From Natalie. And so she drew those. Let me see there. You can kind of
Okay.
see
I
them.
can kind of see it. Yep.
I don't know why the light. It
Kinda.
makes it so hard. Anyway, she drew really cute pictures of them, and she wrote, "Dear Mock and Daisy, on one of your last episodes, you showed those funny critter things. I just think those things are just so funny. Mock, your rabbit is ferocious, and Daisy, your cow was utterly scary. Also, we got some My Pillow towels, and I love them. They are so soft." Take it from
They are.
Lily. She
They
said,
are.
"P.S. They have those critters at my Cracker Barrel, so yours might too. I surprised my sister with one once." And then she drew like a little emoji with like two little eyebrows and a smile. And then earlier she had drawn a similar emoji but with tears. And so on the back of her letter, she wrote, she has a code. Can you see that? Wait.
No, it's too bright. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I see it. Laughter, and then
It
snickering.
says
Snickering.
snickering. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she like actually has a code key, a key thing for her emojis. I love her so much.
Cute.
So
So
anyway,
cute.
she knows. We're talking about a young girl who is saying she knows the difference. She can tell the difference with the My Pillow products, and specifically the towels. And you guys, it's still 40% off of this Squeezy Kitten for Technology, slippers, moccasins, 50% off mattress toppers. Get yourself some My Pillow stuff.
Get the stuff, you guys. Just use our code. You'll get a discount on all the things.
MyPillow.com/chicks. Okay, back to the crazy. Let's see what he says here.
Sir, and I should have said this before, Francesca Chambers McClatchy, how do you plan to win back moderates and independents who cast a ballot for you in 2020, but polls indicate are unhappy with the way you're doing your job now?
I don't believe the polls.
That's it. I don't believe
well
polls.
then, all right, well then you have no plan for that. Well then, good luck. Good luck in the next election, buddy. Good luck with that. I swear they're gonna get slaughtered. They're gonna get slaughtered. It's gonna be so
Oh my
great.
God. Well, he talked a lot about how he's going to be more out there. He hasn't left DC enough. He's going to be on the road doing, getting face to face with people.
Why do they think that's going to help? So he's going to campaign. So instead of doing his freaking job and helping inflation and doing all the things, and like seriously, they've done a disastrous job of completely screwing everything up. He thinks getting out there and campaigning and shaking hands and like kissing babies, which I don't want you near any babies in my family. You think that is going to actually help? You think that's campaigning in it? Because this is all these people know how to do. Seriously, that's all he knows how to do is campaign. Well, he wasn't even very good at that, but that's what Democrats are going to do. Is they're going to campaign. It's ridiculous.
Well, honestly, maybe that's better for all of us if he's on the road and not able to do anything.
And just keep it right here. Just keep it right here until we can like get in office and like fix the things. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's a good point, Ma. It's a good point.
I don't know at this point. Thank you, Jennifer Story. Thank you for the super sticker. Okay, we have more. Take a listen to this.
Put Vice President Harris in charge of voting rights. Are you satisfied with her work on this issue? And can you guarantee, do you commit that she will be your running mate in 2024, provided that you run again?
Yes and yes.
Okay. Do you care to expand?
Pardon me?
Do you care to expand?
No, there's no need to. I mean, I asked the question. She's going to be my running mate, number one. And number two, I did put her in charge. I think she's doing a good job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's doing a great job. Kind of like she's doing on the border, doing a bang up job.
Well, I'm so glad you said that because, by the way, not once in that over 2-hour presser did the border come up, and not once did crime come up. Two of the things that people care about the most were never even mentioned. And I got to say, Peter Ducey had one chance. He had one shot to ask a good question. And he asked a question about, like, why are you moving so far to the left?
So far left.
Which was, I mean, why, Peter?
That question was, it's such a open-ended, weird question. It was very strange. Like, that was a very bizarre question because it was an easy question to just shut down.
Yeah, he just said, I'm not moving to the left.
Yeah, next. Yeah, that was a strange question. Yeah, he should have asked about the border. He should have asked about, crime. He should have asked, there are so many things that he could have asked about, which you're right. In 2.5 hours, those things were not brought up. And it's like, seriously, what the hell? Like, crime across this country is out of freaking control, and it's all happening in Democrat-run cities. I mean, they're total shitholes right now.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about that? Nothing. Cricket.
And there was so much talk about the Ukraine-Russia thing, which, by the way, Jen Psaki's presser today is going to be hilarious amounts of cleanup on aisle 5, because he basically said, when he was asked, well, what are you going to do if Russia invades? And he basically said, well, I mean, it depends, because like if it's just a minor incursion, I mean, that's what he's basically inviting Russia to invade a little bit. You know what I mean? What the hell totally are you doing?
You're right. Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that was
and
insane.
And then and then now everybody's on edge because we're like, are we going to get involved? We're going to be involved in this, you know? So it's one more freaking thing. It's just one more thing for the American people to go, great, this is fantastic. This, I mean, God, it's just like, this is just what we need, right? Just
God. Well, there was one question that a reporter asked where they listed out like all the terrible things, and asked if he had overpromised about what he could do for everything. So that's the final clip that I have of him, and then we can mention some of the other things without video. But here is that exchange, which is, again, amazing.
Is up. Your signature domestic legislation is stalled in Congress. In a few hours from now, the Senate, an effort in the Senate to deal with voting rights and voting reform legislation is going to fail.
The smiling.
COVID-19 is still taking the lives of 1,500 Americans every day, and the nation's divisions are just as raw as they were a year ago. Did you overpromise to the American public what you could achieve in your first year in office, and how do you plan to course correct going forward?
Why are you such an optimist? Look, I didn't overpromise, but I have probably outperform what anybody thought would happen. The fact of the matter is that we're in a situation where we have made enormous progress. You mentioned the number of deaths from COVID. Well, it was 3 times that not long ago. It's coming down. Everything's changing. It's getting better. Look.
Oh my God.
Okay, so when I was in my car and I'm listening to this, it was the beginning. It was probably within the first half hour of the press conference when I heard that, and you could just tell that. Well, I didn't see the smiling, because now I can see the smiling, right? Which is creepy AF.
And it was every time.
And so that to me is like I don't know, it's a weird tick of his. Like when he's uncomfortable, he smiles, or when he doesn't like something, I don't know. The smiling is weird, you guys. But he kept saying, look, he kept saying, look, you know, he does that, the look. It's sort of like I don't know, he's hesitating to say whatever he's going to say, or I don't know, he's trying to figure out, how am I going to explain myself in this situation? It was really weird. But I was listening to that and I'm like, I'm uncomfortable in the car. I'm just sitting there thinking, oh my God, how is he going to answer this? And when he said that he tried to make a joke out of it, I'm just thinking, it's not funny, dude. Like, everything sucks right now. You cannot make light of this. Like, you can't make a funny out of something that out of everything that sucks right now. I mean, you've done this. This is on your watch. So it's not something to laugh at. There are people who are hurting in this country, and there are people who can't pay their bills because of you. So screw you. Like, I was so mad about that yesterday. I was just like, it's nice that you get to live in a nice house that we pay for, but there are genuinely people who, I mean, like around me in my area right now, who are struggling, who can't pay their bills. It made me so mad. It made me so mad yesterday.
Well, especially because he takes no ownership about any of it. Anything that's bad right now, he takes no ownership whatsoever.
Right.
And then says stuff like, I've overperformed what anybody thought I could do in this. I mean, and I'm just like, this is overperforming. Oh my God. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Brian. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah.
And so afterwards, I was like, I got to see what the MSNBCs and the CNN people are saying, because they cannot. There's no way that anyone watched that and thought, yeah, that inspired some confidence. No, there's no way. So the first person I see is James Carville, and James Carville actually said, hats off to Joe Biden for that amazing performance. And people don't understand what it takes to stand there for an hour and a half and take questions. He's just glad Biden didn't wet himself in that hour and a half. And because he didn't, he's like, hats off, tremendous performance.
Oh my God.
I was like,
Oh
are you
my
freaking
God.
kidding? Oh my God.
You got,
Oh my
seriously,
God.
I was expecting something totally different. I was expecting him, of all people, to be like, that was awful. Like, come on,
Right.
at least be like, give us some honesty, James Carville. My God, you used to have some balls. Give us some
Right?
honesty. Come on.
That was unreal. Now, John King on CNN was a little more balanced in his response. Here is that.
Is exactly excited about all the news he made.
No, there's a lot to clean up. Come back to that in a second, especially the Russia-Ukraine stuff on the global stage. And look, one of Joe Biden's trademark, and often his friend is his stubbornness and his fight to stay at it. So there are questions about his stamina. There are questions about, will you do a press conference? If he wanted to prove he'd stand there for 2 hours and take it, mission accomplished. To the idea that at the 1 year mark, when you're struggling, when almost every political metric says you are struggling, does he walk out of there thinking he's in better standing? It'd be fascinating to see how it's interpreted around the country. The White House wanted him talking less about Washington and more about America. He spent a lot of time talking about Washington.
So, I mean, at least they're owning a little bit of that poor performance. And by the way, there were things that need massive cleanup, like the Ukraine stuff is one thing, but he also said, I make no apologies for what I did in Afghanistan. How do you say that?
I
How
know. This is the thing.
that?
I don't know how you say it. I don't know. But he did. He makes no apologies.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Really? And that's the thing. Like, that is the absolute tone deafness of him and the arrogance. People thought that Trump was arrogant. Holy crap.
That was amazing.
At least Trump was arrogant about the right things. I mean, this is the thing. This guy is arrogant about things that he has no business being arrogant about. It's just unbelievable to me.
Yeah, that was madness. I've got a few My Pillow talks, and then I wanted to share a gift, and then I know you need to share a gift.
I have to share
we're
one
gonna
gift.
do some talks really, really quickly, and I do have some good ones. I love this first one because it's a guy who gets startled by, like, he gets pranked by a friend, and he gets startled, and he screams, right? And then he realizes how horrible his scream was, and just his post scream is what makes this entire video. He's so mortified.
He knows. It's like he knows. He's like, that was the girliest of girl screams ever.
Oh my God, that was the best. Also, this cat is completely broken.
What is it doing? It's trying to get water?
He thinks he is getting water. He's getting nothing. He's licking the air. What is even happening? So there's that. Okay, this is one of those voiceover things that is just so great.
Well, I told you don't leave, and you left, so I did what I had to do.
What is this?
You see what it is?
Why would you do that?
Because I said don't leave.
This is not okay.
Well, it wasn't okay that you left.
Cat, look at this.
Oh, I don't have to look at it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I did all that. Yeah, I did that too. Yeah, I did all that over there. Yeah.
Really?
Really? Yeah, I did it all. You left, so I did it.
Cash.
Yeah, what? I mean, you can say my name over and over, but the deed is done. I did it.
I'm upset with you.
Well, really, the feeling is mutual because I told you don't leave and you left, so I'm upset with you too, okay? All right?
What's over here?
Same thing. Same thing.
What's over here, huh?
It's the same thing if you look.
More?
Yeah, it's more the same. I did that too. Yeah, I did it.
Oh my God, I love that so much. I love that so much. You have to send that to me. Who is that? I love that.
Oh, I know. So I would tell you, but it's like I'll tell you, but it is like the longest name in the history of names, and I have to spell it.
You'll have to send it to me because I have to send that to both my older kids. I have to.
Well, I want to
to
tell people because he's very, very big on TikTok. It's IH, the number 8, RXCKSTXR.
I just wrote
So
it
that's
down.
who that is.
I just wrote it down. I love him. Okay, that was.
I mean, it's so great. The voiceovers are the best thing ever. 2 more things because I mean, there's so many things I want to show you today, but I know I'm running out of time. So I want to make sure that you see this. When people use the auto voice thing from TikTok to create voices, they always sound like robots, right? Hang on.
Yeah.
Turn off my heat. So, but this dog is talking about a mishap that he experienced, and it's the best thing ever.
Kept running down the hallway.
Hang on. Okay, here we go. Play.
The dishwasher is a punk-ass bitch. I was being a bad dog and licking the plates as mom was loading the dishwasher. My collar got stuck on the bottom drawer of the dishwasher and I ran down the hallway like a fucker, with the drawer attached to me, and broke every dish my mom just loaded. Mom was screaming for me to stop moving, but the drawer was chasing me, so I kept running down the hallway. Now every time she opens the dishwasher, I run away because the dishwasher is a punk-ass bitch.
Oh my god.
That dishwasher
That is
is
epic.
a punk-ass bitch.
It's totally a punk-ass bitch.
Okay, you guys, what is this deer even doing? Someone has to
Where is it?
explain.
Okay.
Watch.
What?
I don't know. What? Why? Why does it do that?
I have never seen anything like that ever.
Okay,
I've
Susan.
never seen a deer do that. Somebody's gonna have to explain to us what that is. Never. That is crazy.
Last one. This one, if it's too small to see, it's a paper towel dispenser in like a public bathroom, and there's a sign on the dispenser that says "Careful, I scream." Okay, that's what you need to know.
I've ever seen in a bathroom in my life. Careful, I scream.
I mean, it really did. It was
like, so the actual mechanism screams.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. Fantastic.
Anyway, those are today's talks. Now, I want to tell you about a gift that you are going to receive that I have just received from.
God, really?
Yeah, yours is on the way. You may have it already, and you just don't know yet.
Okay.
But this came from Sid, from our super fan Sid, who's responsible for all the pictures and the memes and like just the amazing draw. I mean, he's one of our favorite insiders. Sid sent this card that said, "Mock, I'm so thankful to learn about you and Daisy and starting my days with a cup of coffee and a smile. I'm excited for you both going full speed ahead this year. I should keep busy with all the memes I'll have to make and bring smiles to you both and to the insiders. Whoop, whoop. I thought I would send you something, and Daisy has hers on the way. So when you're speaking to Daisy with it, you guys can tell each other how awesome I am. I hope to meet you both in person one day and send you a big hug." And he sent us these wearable Bluetooth speakers. So you can like project your phone. Like if you're playing music, you can literally clip it on and like walk around your house, like rocking out with this like this Bluetooth speaker thingamajiggy. Isn't that the coolest?
So nice, Sid. Thank you.
Can you even?
In my new house, I'm going to totally do that. I'm going to rock out with my Bluetooth speaker out.
I mean, it's the coolest thing ever.
It's so cool. Thank you. So sweet. You guys are so sweet and generous. Thank you. Thank you.
I love him.
And I have a gift. Thank you, Sid. And I have a gift from, like last week, you actually showed yours. It's from TaylorBurkum.com. Taylor, TaylorBurkum.com. And you showed your beautiful, it's a graphite, I think I get this right. It's a graphite he's a graphite artist, and so it's like it's graphite pencil is what he does. And you showed a picture of Ella, and this, you guys, is my cash. Can you even?
It's amazing.
Even. It's like it's perfect. It looks like a photograph. It's
I know.
unbelievable. And I got that
Crazy.
in the mail last week, and I had to show it to everybody, and I cannot wait to frame it and put it up in my office. It's the most fantastic thing. I cannot get over it. It doesn't, like, even showing it to you right here doesn't do it justice. Like, it's crazy. It's so good.
I have
so
my
thank
Ella
you, Taylor.
on my little table behind me in my dining room.
I
And
saw
so if you guys watch us on Newsmax tonight, because we got bumped last night because it was so crazy. So we're on tonight. And so if you watch tonight, maybe you'll see a little bit of the Ella print in the background. So
Yeah,
it depends on how they frame the shot.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So thank you so much, Taylor. I love it. And you guys, if you want to get something like that done, you need to contact him because he has a website and it's just fantastic. It's so good.
He's so talented.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
yeah.
Talented.
All right, everybody, bring it in.
One more day till the weekend.
Mock has like 6 more days of work at her other job, you guys.
Yeah, like as of next Friday is the last time you're going to see this background. This is it. Next week is it.
I have about 3 more weeks in this place. That's it. And then I'm going to be in the new house. I cannot wait. You guys pray for me. I may not make it. Oh my God. So, and then I'll be in the new digs in an office in there. So so many changes happening over the next month. A lot of changes. So we're very excited. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.